Hey there, this is a demo for Fable Foods. Hey guys, my name's Tim, and what I'm going to do today is just show you through PencilPay, show you exactly how it's set up, and then show you the benefits and a couple of the features. So firstly, we always integrate the accounting software. So you'll see here that I've got Xero integrated. Now I believe you guys use Xero, which is great. And once that's integrated, what happens is that pushes across all of the invoice information as well as the customer contact information. And the reason why we do that is because PencilPay is an onboarding and payments business. So we provide you guys a way to be able to onboard your customers really easily, really quickly, to enable you guys to have a signed credit contract, as well as the payment terms that are clearly labeled and a credit limit that customers can operate within. All right, so first things first is we want to create up those forms, those credit forms, and they sit up on your website. So what we do is we go to our trading term settings, and you'll see here that I've got 30 days in prepaid. You guys will probably have something similar. You might have 30 days end of month, but 30 days in prepaid as a starting point. So I'll set my credit limits. I'll set my payment methods that I can receive. For you guys, you'd probably add on account there as well, just because some of the customers wouldn't be putting down a payment method. They'd just be buying on account, be it a 30-day account, etc. And then you can actually decide what information you want as part of each application. So for a 30-day customer, you might choose to have the company details and an accounts person and a delivery contact. No doubt an accounts person is going to be very important if you're dealing with larger organizations. And then down here, you've got things like personal guarantees. Now, that's probably only for the independent supermarkets that you guys deal with that would give a personal guarantee. I'd find that some of the bigger ones won't. So once you've set that and you've got all the settings how you like them, and you'll see prepaid, we've done the same thing, but we probably don't need a huge amount. People often start their customers on prepaid if they're a new customer and they're a bit smaller business, just to show their purchasing volume before they give them some terms. So I'm just going to save those changes there. And that's the forms created. Now, to have a look at what they look like, you'll see here that you can change the colors and fonts of every part of the forms, including the buttons and the search button and the form steps and all that type of thing. So this is what the forms look like right now. But as I said, you can change all this type of stuff. And then when I hit search, what will happen is there'll be a next button. So you can change that and you can change the back button, etc. So once you've done that, you put that on your website. Now to put it on your website, we click that embed button, we copy that, we copy this here, and what happens is it produces a set of forms which will look like this up on your website. So you might have a wholesale page, and the wholesale page might have a couple of supermarkets that you stock to, and then you might have your ordering and sales and accounts contact details. But what will happen for a new customer, they can just go to this page, or you can send them a link for this page. And this because this page might be hidden, and then they'll just hit search and that will automatically come out with all of the company information. You'll see that I've just gone for IGA Supermarkets Beverly Hills here, and then just work on through the forms. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to enter the details of my fake one just to show you guys. You see it's asking me for a password. Now that's because I've already got an account. If it was one of your customers, they just go directly to this screen here. So we're going to choose prepaid just because there's less stuff to fill out. That way I can make it a bit quicker for you guys. So type in the address and it'll come up. Then it'll ask me for a credit card, or if I had 30 days, I'd be able to select on account, which means that I can leave the credit card out. You'll see I've just used Betty Buyer. This is one that we've got loaded into the back end, but your customers, if you did want them to give you a credit card or bank account details, they would have to put in the real deal because we do a check at this point. That's why it's buffering now, just thinking. And then we just scroll through here just to confirm everything's accurate. These are your terms and conditions, and now you can put whatever terms and conditions you like in the back end to be able to spit them out to the customer. And then I just match this, and then I tick this, and then that's submitted. And keep in mind as well, that is for, that's how we've done it just with a fresh customer. Now, what you can also do is you'll see here, you can actually trigger the form from the platform. So if I wanted to send this form out from the platform in completely pre-populated, then what I would do is I can just find the company that I want to send it out to. Now that might be, I'll go to my drafts because those are the ones that haven't been activated yet. And I'll just pick test company 395. I just go send email, and then I'll select the email address that I want to send it to, select their trading terms, set be at 30 days, and I can set my credit limit before sending it to them. And that way it's sent to them blocked. And then I can send this off. And what happens then, they receive an email, the customer, and with a pre-populated application form. So it just means that you save them a bit of time, and that's really good for existing customers. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little look for that IGA, the one I just signed up with. Great, it's there. No signature required because it's already done. Here it is. Okay, great. IGA is there. First, I'm going to review that IGA. It looks good. Credit card's there. All the details. And then we've got our signature down the bottom. Date stamp, timestamp, geolocation, IP address. Then I can go and perform a credit check if I want. So we just perform an Equifax credit check. Just click this button and you can either do a company check or a company and director check. You can also reject or change it. So that means that if a customer applies for $10,000 credit, just say, and you only want to give them $5,000 to start with, you can just change it to $5,000 and approve $5,000. But what we're going to do is we're going to hit approve. Now, what that does is that creates two things. So the first thing that happens is the customer receives an email confirmation that of their credit limit that they've been approved for, as well as the terms. And secondary to that, they receive a contract. And then all of this data at your end goes directly into Xero and creates the new customer record inside of your Xero. So it really is an automated process from end to end. Now, for those customers that are signed up with a payment method, so you might sign up all of your independents, for example, with the payment method, which is pretty standard. We see a lot of that. You would go to invoice and collections, and you just make your settings to, you can auto charge the customer on the due date, and then it just takes the reading from Xero of when invoices are due, and you can just auto bill them on that date, and that will just debit the customer's payment method, and it will reconcile Xero for you automatically. You can also send out all your reminders through our platform. So we do SMS and email reminders. SMS is really good for individual shop owners because that's the medium that they use the most. And then you've got your initial reminder, 3 days overdue, invoice, and then every 5 days after that. And you can set the time and the mechanism that you send it out with. You can also absorb the credit card charges. You can on-charge them, or you can split them with the customer. So you might choose to split them, and you might just do a 50-50 split, and you charge them a small surcharge. And that's, guys, and that's the demo. I mean, really, Pencil is a way for you and your sales team to be able to onboard customers really quickly. The customers love it because it's faster for them. The salespeople love it because there's no mistakes and there's no missing fields and there's no back and forth. And accounts people love it because there's no data entry, and a lot of the work manually checking is all done for you. So that really is the platform. I think with a platform like this, you'll have much less receivables from smaller customers. I think bigger customers are usually pretty good with payment. They have longer terms granted, but they do pay on time. It's those smaller ones that you not have to worry about, but the smaller ones that you have to chase and organize a little bit more. And we kind of take that off your hands. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And look forward to chatting with you soon.